puts the win back in President Trump's column.
So they say Joe Biden is up in Nevada by 33,000 votes. Well, right there, that is 95,000 fraudulent votes, which should automatically put the state back in the running for President Trump. But Nevada isn't alone. It's a similar situation in Pennsylvania, where Biden won by 81,000 votes. But the thousands of dead and out-of-state voters in Pennsylvania add up fast, and in the end come out to some 121,000 fraudulent ballots cast in the election. It's the same story in Wisconsin, where Joe Biden apparently won by 20,000 votes. But in reality, some 200,000 fraudulent ballots were cast in Wisconsin, again, totally erasing Biden's lead.
Let me remind you why Wisconsin, I think, is a very easy win when it comes to this being in front of the Supreme Court. And that's because they have very, very specific rules and laws regarding absentee ballot in Wisconsin. They are they're a state that really doesn't like absentee ballot voting, so to speak. They just make it tough, as it should be, to make sure that the person voting absentee is the actual person. Well, there are tens of thousands of votes, possibly close to 100,000 votes, if I'm correct, of these absentee ballots that did not follow the laws and rules of Wisconsin, and should, on that merit alone, they are illegal votes because they didn't legally follow the law for Wisconsin. You throw those out, and President Trump retains his win. Now, this is not a political thing. This is not saying this argument could be made in the Supreme Court without going into any other extreme, just simply saying these were not done by the laws and rules and therefore should be discounted. It's not a partisan issue. It's not a pro-Trump, anti-Biden issue. It's just an issue that these absentee ballots are not cast legally and therefore should not be counted.
In Arizona, the AP called the election for Biden, claiming he was up by 10,000 votes. But Arizona is even worse than Wisconsin, with over 300,000 fraudulent or questionable ballots cast in the state. In Michigan, Biden is reportedly up by 154,000 ballots. But that's only until you count the more than 500,000 fraudulent ballots that have trickled in since Election Day.
And of course, the question should be asked, and the answer should be answered. How is it that 1 million or close to 1 million votes come in after Election Day? The Constitution doesn't talk about election days, weeks, or months. It talks about Election Day. All the ones that didn't get in on